As a huge fan of Kim Soo Hyun from Queen of Tears, and it's okay to not be okay, I honestly don't know how to process everything happening right now. If you've seen my previous video, you know I talked about the tragic passing of Kim Sae-ron and how she was pushed to the edge. I've always said that Korean actors and idols deserve basic human rights, not blacklisting over mistakes that end up doing more harm than good. But now, with this latest expose, we have a whole new picture. One that brings Kim Sae-ron and Kim Soo Hyun's past into question. Apparently, a family member of the late actress did an interview accusing KSH of grooming and dating the actress when she was a minor and trying to extort millions of dollars from her. Not only that, her aunt explicitly blamed him for the death of Kim Sae-ron. Before we dive in, I want to make it clear that all the claims in this video are alleged, but there are a few things that do make sense as well and really put KSH in a bad spot. The internet is already in chaos, so what's really going on? Yesterday, controversial YouTube channel, Gaslighting Research Institute, was the first one to report that Soo Hyun started dating Sae-ron when she was 15 years old and he was 27. It was back in 2015, and their relationship lasted for 6 years from 2015 to 2021. The YouTube channel also released an interview video with a woman who claimed to be the aunt of Kim Sae-ron, and this aunt had accused Soo Hyun of grooming and betrayal. These are some very serious allegations. It's completely messed up. A 27-year-old pursuing a 15-year-old isn't just illegal and inappropriate, it's predatory. But is it true? Did he really date minor child actress? Where is the proof? That's the question most are asking, so I will discuss it after the money extortion allegations. So all of this will make more sense, I guess. Just stick with me. If we look at the timeline and what Aunt said, we know from 2016 to 2019, Kim Sae-ron was under YG Entertainment until her contract expired in 2019. All this time, she had done some of the most successful and critically acclaimed projects of her career. The same year, in 2019, Soo Hyun founded his own management company, gold medalist. Sae-ron decided to join him and did not renew her contract with YG Entertainment. Her aunt claimed that, because Sae-ron was dating him, she helped Soo Hyun establish the management company. She did whatever she could, provided free labor, directing new talent, and giving acting lessons. According to the aunt, the two broke up in 2021. After that, her DUI incident happened, which later literally blacklisted her from the industry. So basically, when Kim Sae-ron first got into trouble, she said she'd handle it herself. But at some point, Soo Hyun and gold medalist stepped in and insisted on helping. The company ended up paying around about $483,000 USD in damages, and according to her aunt, they never asked Sae-ron to pay them back. Her aunt also mentioned that during a car ride, Sae-ron told her how grateful she was to Soo Hyun for helping her financially, and even called him a good person. Apparently, she still wanted to work hard and pay him back someday. But after all that, her contract with gold medalist ended. Now, this is important to mention because if you know everything that happened with Sae-ron after her DUI case, you would know she had faced financial difficulties and even started working at a cafe. And at that time, whole internet was saying she is faking her financial struggles for sympathy or for leniency, so she doesn't have to pay hefty fine, which later was proven wrong. She did face financial difficulties and appealed to court for her DUI fines and compensated the shop owners fully, even apologizing to them in person. She did lose her projects and brand deals after the 2022 DUI case and wasn't seen on screen after that. But this year, she was about to make a comeback with her upcoming movie. Now, looking at this, it definitely adds another layer to the story. If what the aunt is saying is true, in 2024, Sae-ron was suddenly hit with a lawsuit to pay back the $483,000 USD that her former company and alleged ex-boyfriend insisted on paying 2 years after the incident. According to her aunt, this caught her completely off guard. She tried reaching out to Soo Hyun for help, but he wouldn't answer. Even when she used her cousin's phone, she still couldn't get through. Then things got even messier. Her aunt claims that not long after, reporters started calling the cousin, asking for Sae-ron. And her aunt believes that it was Soo Hyun himself who gave out the phone number. If that's true, you can imagine how devastated Sae-ron must have felt. We already know at her funeral, Sae-ron's father named a comedian YouTuber Lee Jin-ho, who made multiple videos harassing her. At this point, Queen of Tears was airing, and according to her aunt, Sae-ron was desperate to get a response from Soo Hyun. That's why she posted that now infamous picture of them on Instagram, hoping he'd see it, react, and finally reach out to her. Instead, Kim Soo Hyun and gold medalist issued an official statement that painted Kim Sae-ron in a negative way and continued to ignore Sae-ron's attempts to get in touch. The aunt claimed, not being able to pay back the $483,000 USD, Kim Sae-ron was struggling financially and ended her life on Soo Hyun's birthday, which is true, and this was pointed out by many fans at the news of her passing. A Korean media outlet revealed a text message that Sae-ron sent to Soo Hyun on March 19, 2024, after she was hit with a lawsuit. "Oppa, this is Sae-ron. I received the letter of certification today that your company is suing me. You said that you would give me ample time, so I'm working hard, preparing to make a comeback. I will pay you back with a percentage from each work. I'm not saying that I won't pay you back. But if you suddenly ask for 700 million won right now, I really can't do anything. It's not that I won't, but I can't. Do you really have to take it as far as a lawsuit? Please save me, I beg of you. Give me some time. So, according to Kim Saeron's aunt, gold medalist didn't exactly handle things the way her family expected. When the whole Transformer crash incident happened, the damages were insane. Businesses were reportedly asking for over 20 billion won, about 15 million USD in compensation. Sae-ron's family wanted to take their time and properly investigate the claims to make sure everything was fair, but the agency shut that down. Instead, they rushed to pay everything off as quickly as possible to make the issue disappear. At first, her family trusted that the agency was acting in Sae-ron's best interest. But then, out of nowhere, they put all the debt on her. The aunt says gold medalist suddenly hired 3 lawyers and sent her a legal notice demanding she pay back 700 million won, about $482,000 USD. When Sae-ron saw that, she completely broke down. She tried reaching out to them, but no one answered. And it gets worse. According to her aunt, the agency actively told people around Sae-ron, including other actors and even her celebrity friends, to stop contacting her. She was completely cut off, with no other way to get their attention. She did the only thing she could think of. She posted that photo of her and Kim Soo Hyun, hoping it would get a reaction. Her aunt ended by saying that Sae-ron did everything she could to take responsibility. She gathered all the money she had, borrowed from acquaintances, and worked to settle things. But then, out of nowhere, this 700 million legal notice came down on her. And honestly, at that point, what was she supposed to do? She was already drowning in debt and completely isolated. If all of this is true, it really puts gold medalist in a bad light. There should be an explanation for this sudden lawsuit. They allegedly abandoned her and made things even worse. Soo Hyun was aware of this but still ignored her attempts to reach out. And about the alleged relationship, aunt claimed that she has plenty of proof that proves their 6 years relationship. Many believe that this relationship news is true. Like this article points out, alleged relationship was already known of, even before her aunt's expose. A comment from 2 weeks ago from a netizen resurfaced. Netizen said, "They dated for a long time, over 6 years at least. He wouldn't even give her a second glance after her incident. So it's true she asked him for help like that at the very least." Other netizen, "Is this true? I will pay you." Celebrities can't date one person for 6 years. It's hard for even normal people to in this day and age. There's no pure man like him. Another article from 2020 is resurfacing online, which many believe to be about Kim Soo Hyun. Like this article says, there are rumors that Hallyu top star A is dating child actress B. If you read articles nowadays, you will see him being called Hallyu top star in many articles, and we know late Sae-ron was a child actress. Both of them are in the same agency and have left together to be in a new agency. In particular, top star A has previously dated idol-turned-actress C and actress D, who was in her 20s. Many believe that by looking at top star A's dating history of young women, this relationship will also end soon. There are many comments like, "There's no way the industry didn't know about this with an age gap like that. I wonder if actress C is the person he had dating rumors with in 2015. Looking at the comments, he was already known in the industry for being an asshole. It's crazy that no one knew." On top of that, a screenshot of a conversation between Sae-ron and her cousin is going viral on X. This was shared by her aunt. Here is the translation. "Cousin, I saw an article saying that you are preparing a statement. I just saw it as I got off work now. Kim Sae-ron, that's not true, it's a false report." Then a message says she indeed has written a statement privately, but has no intention of posting it. Here is her statement that says, "Hello. This is Kim Sae-ron. Firstly, I wish to apologize to everyone and the industry staff who were affected and confused by my careless actions. Although the media is reporting the rumors which have been spreading in the media as falsehoods, I wish to clearly state that that is untrue. The photo uploaded on my Instagram stories was taken in 2016, and we were dating from November 19th, 2015 to July 7th, 2021. But gold medalist is currently claiming that they don't know my intentions behind uploading it. And this completely does not match up with what they have been doing. I hope that they can come to recognize and apologize their misdoings, which caused me harm when I was still with the company. As an actress whose image is consumed by viewers, I am leaving this post in belief that people need to be told the truth." We have another Korean news outlet sharing an additional photo of the two. It seems to have been taken at the same time as the previous controversial photo. They are wearing the same clothes. His past statements are going viral from a 2013 interview, where he said he will marry a 21 years old at the age of 41. He said, "When I was 24, I made a life plan while thinking about how I would make a living. and I decided that I would get married between the ages of 36 and 37, but now I don't think I'll be able to stick to that plan. The second part of his answer disgusts fans. He continued, "It looks like my marriage timeline has been pushed back a bit. I think I might be able to get married at around 41. I'll marry a 21-year-old when I'm 41. I feel sick." If this is true, then this just got a whole lot darker. So now, an old 2017 interview with Kim Saeron is resurfacing, one that seems completely normal at first but takes on a different meaning considering the allegations. At the time, she was asked which actor she'd like to work with, and she kept bringing up Kim Soo Hyun, saying she wanted to do a rom-com with him. But here's the part that's making people uncomfortable. She specifically pointed out their 12-year age gap and kept emphasizing how young he looks and how he lives a young life. Now, if her aunt's claims are true, then by 2017, she was already 2 years into an alleged relationship with him. And that's where people are starting to question whether she was being groomed or manipulated into thinking the age gap was no big deal. Fans are pointing out how a 17-year-old constantly repeating things like, "He looks young," like she was being conditioned to justify the relationship. This just keeps getting more disturbing. People are digging up old photos of Sae-ron from 2015 and noticing her drastic change in styling in just a few months. The shift happened right around the time she allegedly started dating Soo Hyun in November 2015. Before, she looked like a typical teenage girl, minimal makeup, youthful clothing. But within months, her look became noticeably more mature, with heavier makeup and a completely different vibe. Many are saying that this is a common sign of gaslighting in age gap relationships, where the younger person subconsciously or even consciously tries to match the older partner's expectations. This situation is escalating fast, and it doesn't seem like it's going to die down anytime soon. Kim Soo Hyun's agency did release a statement denying all allegations and promising legal action against what they're calling false claims. But instead of backing down, Gaslighting Research Institute hit back hard, basically saying they have more to expose. In their latest response, Gaslighting outright called Kim Soo Hyun stupid and shameless, and said they had to expose him further. They even claimed he wouldn't be able to enter the US again if the allegations turned out to be true. Due to the stupid and shameless Kim Soo Hyun, I have no choice but to expose him again today, because I am busy working hard to oppose the impeachment of President Yoon Suk-yeol. I was going to end the broadcast yesterday, but since Kim Soo Hyun has started talking about false facts, I'll briefly reveal 2 photos today. Kim Soo Hyun, who dated a 15-year-old middle school student, will never be able to enter the US again. Even world star BTS couldn't say anything to Gaslighting. Chinese star Kim Soo Hyun is nothing. Opinions are all over the place. Kim Soo Hyun's agency has denied everything and is threatening legal action, but Gaslighting Research Institute is doubling down, saying they have more to expose. This YouTube channel is known for being controversial, so some people are hesitant to trust them. But at the same time, they have done legit investigative work in the past, like exposing that NBC weather forecaster situation. And honestly, as vague as these allegations are, I think Kim Soo Hyun's agency needs to put out a stronger, more detailed statement. If he's truly innocent, they need to address everything head-on, instead of just brushing it off with a generic denial. Now, the public reaction is a mess. Some people are focused on the money part of this whole thing, accusing the family of trying to extort Kim Soo Hyun's agency. Others are defending him, saying they just can't trust Gaslight's claims. But what's really frustrating is that there seems to be more outrage over the financial aspect than over the actual allegations, which, if true, are disgusting. I also noticed a weird pattern. People keep calling it a disgusting age gap, instead of calling it what it really is, an alleged illegal act. At first, I thought maybe South Korea's laws were different, but after a quick dive, it's clear. The general age of consent in South Korea is 16, but that does not mean an adult can legally date a minor with no consequences. The Child Welfare Act and Act on the Protection of Children and Juveniles from Sexual strictly prohibit any sexual relationship between an adult and a minor under 16, regardless of consent. If a 27-year-old was involved with a 15-year-old, it could be classified as statutory under Korean law. Even without physical involvement, the relationship could still be scrutinized under child grooming and exploitation laws. So, even if some people claim that Kim Saeron's family consented to this relationship, that does not make it okay. That's not how this works. It's predatory. There's a huge power imbalance. A 15-year-old does not have the same emotional or mental maturity as a full-grown adult, and that's exactly why laws exist, to protect minors from these situations. Now, Gaslighting is claiming that Kim Soo Hyun will be officially reported for having a relationship with a minor. If that actually happens, this could turn into a full-blown legal case, as it should. But let's be real. We've seen so many SA cases in the Korean entertainment industry, and the consequences for powerful men are never as harsh as the punishment Kim Sae-ron got for her DUI. At this point, I'm not making any firm judgments on Kim Soo Hyun because, honestly, I've always seen him as this innocent-looking actor. But with old interviews resurfacing and new allegations stacking up, public opinion is shifting. People are already calling for a boycott. And if more evidence comes out, this could be career-ending. So we need a lot of explanations right now. I'll be keeping an eye on Garosero's next move since they claim to have more. For now, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll update as soon as we get more.